Hello everyone. Today I want to talk a little about the project I'm working on. I already, well, you can check links somewhere on the screen where there's a post about the first results I had with this project. And it's basically a digital camera obtained by a modified flatbed scanner used as the sensor used as the light sensor for your camera. And well, the idea is basically very simple. Light is projected through a lens, and instead of having your normal camera sensor, which through the use of a shutter is impressioned with light, you basically have the sensor running through the whole space of the scanner, the whole surface of the scanner, and picking up whatever light is coming through the lens. So, it's very simple in this way. You have a lens, you have a sensor. It's kind of like any other camera. The main issue is how to build, once you do modify the scanner and you do have your lens, the biggest issue becomes how to house all your elements. So, so far I've been doing it with a cardboard box. It did work. It does work pretty well, actually, surprisingly well, I would say. And the only issue with it is that, well, I don't really have a lot of options to adjust settings. Once the scanner is inside the box, I can't really move it. So there might be issues if I decide to change lenses or something, and focal length changes. Then I have to go in the box, move the scanner, and also the cardboard box. So it gets ruined. It gets beaten up really easily. You can't really bring it outside, or yeah, you can, but it's a cardboard box, so that's kind of the main issue. It's the issue itself, actually. So I've been thinking the last days, different ways, different approaches to kind of fix some of the issues I found. So today I just kind of randomly went to one of the home improvement stores, I guess. I'm not sure what you call them. We have a bunch here in the Netherlands. Some are called, one is Gamma, another one is Praxis. There are a few other ones. Today I went to Praxis. And the idea was to kind of try and see if by looking around I would be able to come up with kind of a solution, something a little more permanent or a little more functional than simply a cardboard box. So I actually did, I think. I found these. Well, you might want to move the scanner first. So I found these. There's three plastic boxes. From what I measured, they should fit the scanner, and if they don't, I still have three boxes. Well, considering one of them is probably going to be damaged in the process, in the worst case scenario, I'll have two boxes. And these are actually a pretty good price, as you can see. I'm not sure you can see, but yeah, €7.50 for the three. So, yeah, not a huge investment, I would say. So let's get that out of the way. Let's get excess stuff out of the way. One of them. And I'll kind of walk you through my idea, and we'll see if it makes any sense. So the main idea is to house the scanner in the lid of the box this way and fix it in place. And this should address a couple of issues. The main one being that when I just have the scanner in a cardboard box just standing there, I have no control over its alignment, and ideally you would want to have it perfectly parallel, perpendicular actually, to the lens. well, parallel to the glass of the glass, parallel to the glass, of course. And this kind of seems like an easier way. I can, I guess, hot glue it or tape it, or I don't know. There might be a whole bunch of other ways. It is a little flimsy. It's not 100% guaranteed, but for sure it's more aligned this way than it would be just freestanding in a cardboard box. And the idea is, once this is fixed, this is going to act as the back of the camera. This is going to act as the camera body. Okay, we might already be having some problems. And that box doesn't seem to close now. Well, talk about 1 centimeter too much. It should fit, to be honest. Why isn't it? Perhaps it's because of this ridge, this stupid. Well, there has to be a way, come on. Well, and if not, we'll improvise again. It's still better than a cardboard box, I'm sure. And that's actually pretty weird though, because well, we'll check that out later. Now, just as a general indication of how the camera should work, once the body is on, I would like to cut a hole here. The idea is to cut a hole for the lenses. And so far on my cardboard box camera, I used this lens here. This is part of a old Sigma 100 to 200 millimeters. It broke. I can't put it back together. I lost some pieces. So I took the front element, which is well calculated. It has 235 millimeter focal length, and f/4.7 are its characteristics as is. So it did give some pretty big, nice pictures. So you can see them in the links I might put on the screen. And but I also have other ideas, because I bought this lens, as I was mentioning in one of my videos, and my hope is to be able to have a lens that can project a big enough image that can, if not cover the whole scanner surface, at least be big enough to justify having this big camera, not just a small 35 millimeter projection on the center of the scanner. So I bought this, and hopefully we can try it out and see yeah, this is gonna be, if this is gonna be the right lens. Worst case scenario, I might have to buy or make a medium format lens or large format lens. Those should probably have a larger projection, so we'll see. And since my idea is to use different kinds of lenses, which obviously have different focal lengths and require some kind of movement and adjustment, I found this while I was at the Praxis store, which is, I don't know, I'm not sure exactly what its function is. It's some plumbing, tubing, some connector, but the good thing is it slides. It has a rubber ring inside, like a, what's it called? A seal, and so that's good for both for light and also for not letting things slip, which obviously is a good thing. My idea is this, that by using this, I should be able to connect the lens to the front. And by the way, this is going to be the front of the element, because this is cut like shit, and I don't really, yeah, I could go cut it back, but my idea is to to make it fit, to fit the mount basically, is to cut a hole of this diameter through the back of the box, then slide from the inside. We'll slide this through the back of the box until it reaches this little increase in diameter. So there it should stop. Then I can hot glue it or fix it somehow. And then out on the front of the lens, this is going to be connected, which is a good thing because if I need a bigger diameter lens, well, these are actually the same possibly. Yeah, these are the same. But the good thing is this can fit. Well, I didn't find any tubes that were big enough to fit this lens without being huge, so this is the best compromise I found. But if I want a smaller lens, I'll be able to either take this off to have a shorter focal length in the worst case scenario. I might even cut some of it, we'll see. Okay, I had a little interruption there, but yeah, I think as I was saying, the idea is to have a mount that's solid enough that it can hold different kinds of lenses. It's adaptable enough by, you know, adding or changing pieces, or even just, you know, removing one piece and reducing the, we'll have to see, I'm not sure. Ideas aren't clear yet. But the general idea is that it's nice to have something that can act as a focusing, give precise focusing without me having to move the scanner every time. And which also enables me to extend the focal length should I have specific lenses that, yeah, need a longer focal length. So now the first things I'm going to do are, well, first thing, I'm going to hydrate, because that is kind of a priority. So I still need to find, need a garbage can, but cheers. Okay, so first thing I want to do is, well, let's start with the small things. I'll disassemble this magnifying glass. Because I don't really have a lot of use for all the, and I hope I can do it without breaking it, because, oh shit. Oh no, okay. Because breaking stuff is never really, I don't know, I like to be able to put stuff back together if I need to. But this was much easier than expected. So there we go. Put these away for a rainy day. I might actually, well, put them here for the time being. Second thing, let's try getting the lens mount in place and see how that works. So let's get it as central as possible. So here we have from this bevel to this, let's say this is the measuring distance. So it's 30 centimeters. So the center would be at 15. So, well, it's actually already marked. There's a little piece of shitty plastic. Okay, good. So that's the center. And I think this is actually big enough that it covers, yeah, we'll just cut the hole. Okay. Good enough. And I mean, I do have 3 boxes, other 2, so should I really mess things up? Okay, now we're talking. Except for the fact that it has to go in the opposite direction. So from the inside, oh, fuck. Okay. There goes. Well, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. We'll keep it as a prototype anyway. I'll just close it up with some duct tape. But, man, that was kind of a stupid mistake on my part. I think what the problem is that I pushed it too much on this little bevel, so you don't get to a point where it kind of fits. It just keeps, you can keep pushing until you crack it. So I'm gonna have to work on this a little more, I think. Ideally, the lens mount. First issues I can think about are, this is very, very, very flimsy, so I might have to get some wood panel to put on the inside to keep like a little bit of a thicker panel to keep things put. But at the same time, it's, you know, it's kind of working. And get some shit away. Actually, I was saying we could use one of these. Why not? Could cut a couple of these. This is something to keep in mind. One other thing. What's this? I noticed that there's a little lip here, and this might actually. So there's this little lip. Sorry again for the interruption. And maybe by tapering this down, by cutting it off, we'll get a little more clearance on these two little lips too. We might be able to get a little more clearance on the scanner actually fitting inside. So that's the next step. Hopefully we're getting there. Uh-huh. Yes. Got it. Well, kind of got it, but yeah. Okay. Scanner's fixed. Ah, fuck. Well, yeah. Should have mentioned it's probably not a good idea to be shaking it. But awesome. Okay. Now this, by the way, this is a good moment to show. This is one of the issues I'm going to have to be working on eventually, is this, that the guide for the sensor has some trouble staying in place once it's put vertically. There's nothing to hold it in except for the gears, well, where the gear actually feeds. So slight agitation, movement, normal outdoor use will probably bring your camera to actually disassemble, and that's what the issue I had when using it outdoors the first time in the cardboard box, was that every movement I had to open it, go in, set everything back in place, and so you know, that's just what you're gonna. On the other hand, though, I figured out a way to mount the lens. So here we have the lens. I forgot to mention I bought these. These are caps for. So if we consider this is going to be the outside element of our lens housing, what I'm going to do now is cut the back off of this, glue the lens onto this lip, and then we'll have a nice, hopefully functional way to attach the lens to its mount. So let's get to that right away. First thing I'll do is we can cut out the bottom of this cap. It's really soft, so. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. A little too soft, perhaps. We'll see. We'll soon find out. I think I'm eating off a whole bunch. A lot. Okay, well. Okay, there we go. Does it fit? Well, kind of. Like a charm. Like a charm. So now the next step is to hot glue the lens to its mount. Also, it might not stick, because this is kind of like a rubber silicone. It's not silicone for sure, but or is it? But it's definitely not holding too well. Okay, there goes nothing. Okay. There's a little bit of leakage over there, but I'm guessing I'll be able to scrape that off. Yeah, I want to scratch the lens, to be honest. Well, you know what? We're going to oh man, room is really an issue here. So going to use this piece of laminate to act as a support for the front of the camera, because it's a little too flimsy for my taste. And so here's the other half of my room, and this is a small workbench I bought at my local supermarket the other day for 15 euro. Not the sturdiest piece of equipment, but the box does say, what does the box say? I mean, I guess it's made in Germany, or at least the company is German or sounds German. So hopefully it won't be complete crap. But I have to say, it's pretty cool. Well, this is maximum. It's pretty cool to have. It's a pretty cool tool if you have limited space. I mean, this is literally all the room I have to do my work. So it's, oh man. Let's open the door. I haven't used this in a long time, so hopefully it'll still work. Whoa, I don't like how that sounds, but, and as you can see, it's collapsible, so perfect for these small Dutch rooms. So let's go back to the rest of the room and see what we can do. Okay. I might have, well, I was just thinking I might have to cut a semicircle out of each one of these. So, I don't know. Maybe I should have thought about that. Oh, also, 2 of these are way too much. So 1 is probably enough. And 1 is enough, but a little short. Huh. So. They do say measure once and, well, measure twice and cut once, but as you just heard, I tend to get it wrong. 27. So each one of these is 20. I don't know if I should use one. Oh, wait. Uh-huh. So what if we do this instead? What if we do this? Okay. I'll need the bench again. So these fit. Excess is more or less so here are 4 from the side, so that's 3 here. Oh, it does not look straight. Probably because it isn't. But come on, man. Who are we kidding? Who are we kidding? Doesn't need to be precise. Well, it should be, but it doesn't need to be. That's what really counts in the end. Let's just have this. Side and off we go. Okay. And this should actually, well, while we're at it, because 2 aren't going to fit again in here, so we're going to have to cut. Oh man, well, okay. Maybe I only need one, because it covers the whole hole, so I don't really need, and if I put this at the bottom, the lens can kind of lean on there. Nah, it'll also need the top for extra strength. So the hole starts actually right over here. So I'll check the diameter later, but, oh, actually, I'll check it now. That's around 75 to 80 centimeters. So, millimeters, I mean, sorry. So I'll have to trace a hole somewhere in that. I think I'll just, yeah, whatever. We'll see. Maybe it'll be a square. And next thing is, this is the bottom. We're left with this top side. To make things precise. Oh, it's broken, so it won't fit. But what I'll need here is, how many centimeters? It's going to be 10, 11 centimeters. So from this piece here, we'll count 11 in. Should be more or less here. And then trace a nice straight line. This goes out, this goes out, this goes out. We'll keep this. Okay, time for some cutting. Wow. Does it fit? Just see. Yes, it does. Well, this is how it should go, but it fits. Now, next issue is, well, actually, let's go on the back, trace out where the hole goes. And let's see how accurate I was before. Here's where the actual hole is, and here's where not too shabby. Now, how to cut that out? Considering I just put that away and needed to use it again, I'll leave it out for the time being, because we never really know. We never really know. So, let's get everything back in frame. First things first, cheers. And let's see if this works. Ish. Okay, yeah. Can use some extra scrap there to hold that in place, but it's definitely working. Although, does this go through? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. You know what? I think I kept the wrong piece of wood. I had cancelled this out. This is the real deal. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. So, and if I'm really lucky, I might be able to this would be dumb luck because I didn't really calculate this, but oh yeah, got it. There we go. Let's get some shit out of there. Now we're talking. Nice and sturdy. It's not moving. That's not going anywhere for the time being. And check this out. Focusing mechanism. Gotcha. Oh, but where's the lens? Ta-da! Oh. Okay, that did not work, so I'm gonna have to re-glue this. But first. Okay, that did not work. A little underwhelming. A little underwhelming. Let's get back to this then. Could even just duct tape it. Because this seems to be like some kind of silicone actually. I'm not sure, I have no idea. I'm talking out of my ass a little, but it has that like lubricated feel. So I'm afraid hot glue might not really. I mean, I'm just literally ripping this off with my nails, so I don't think that should be the case. And I mean, glass is probably already not that easy to hot glue. I'm assuming, I don't know. I have no idea. So let's try duct taping it. Where glue fails, tape prevails. So. Okay. How's that? Not too shabby, methinks. Not beautiful, maybe not efficient or effective. We shall see. Well, come on. That's not let's not expect too much. Time to give it a little wipe. Remember, sweaty t-shirts are your go-to material for the best in lens maintenance. Okay, the lens is there, beer is done. That got a little warm. Not recommended. And whoa, camera body. That back in place. If these don't stick, oh, you know what? Might as well. Whoa! Might as well do it once. So we'll duct tape the shit out of this. Well, no, not really. Let's just give it a little bit of help. Help it stay in place. And I may not have mentioned this. Most of what you're seeing today is quite improvised. Well, we hadn't noticed, you might say. But in the sense that I really went to the praxis without having any clue. I had a few ideas in mind as to potential setups for the lens, but for the camera, but I really didn't. I spent about an hour, more and a half maybe there, just browsing around various aisles, checking the woodworking section, checking the plumbing section. I was hoping to find some kind of a rail system where I could run the scanner on, so use the scanner also as a mobile focusing point. And in the end, these boxes just seemed like the easiest option. So I just decided to go with these. So I don't know. I think it's going pretty well so far. Considering. Should have gotten some double-sided tape actually. But yeah, considering how things are working out at the moment, I would say I'm pretty satisfied. Done. Oh yeah, fixed in place, perfect. And mount the lens on. There we go. How's that? Huh? Not too bad. Obviously, one thing I'm gonna have to fix is this. This is at an angle, so I'm gonna have to find some kind of support to keep it straight. But you know, that's the least of our problems, or my problems, or ours if you're watching, I guess. And now, I can set this aside. And my battery's running out. Oh, holy shit. I hope I can finish everything on time. Oh, this needs to be cleaned, but I'll take care of that later. Let's just assemble it as a proof of concept and get on with our life, or work, or whatever it is that we have to get on with. Okay, that's in place. I don't know, hot glue or duct tape? Why not both? Okay. Oh yeah. Alright, let's see. One latches and the second fucking doesn't. Okay. Uncool. Uncool, man. Wrong side. One side latches. One side. Latches. Yes, man. Yes, we got it. And check this out. I actually have control on the scanner buttons. Can you see that? Auto scan, copy, email. Oh, this is so incredible. Okay. Guys, here is, at least in its physical completeness, is the first serious version of my scanner camera with my self-made lens. We'll see how that works out. Should it not work out, I'm gonna adapt this one somehow to it, but I think I'm gonna keep this system. So what I'm gonna do now is take this upstairs and test it out. So see if it works. Start looking at the optics. Okay, the battery obviously died while I was giving my awesome final statement. So check out Alfred E. Newman. Always a nice, always an interesting site. So I was saying I'm using my phone now, so everything's gonna be a little shaky and wobbly. But what I'm gonna do is test it. There are a few things I can already kind of imagine that need some fixing, but the main thing I'm curious about is to see if the lens works. But other than that, I won't be filming the testing because it's pretty boring. I just set some stuff up, put something in front of it as a subject, and then just start playing with distances, scanning again and again and again. So I'll try and be back with results rather than boring processes. But I thought I'd film this because I thought it would be important to show how you can actually build it, and also yeah, how you don't need a lot of room. You see, I mean, this is all you need. You just need a box, a couple of things, some plastic piping, and off you go. You can actually start building your own stuff. And it doesn't have to be a camera, it can be whatever you want, like whatever you're into. There are good chances you might be able to to get something done. Okay, so anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. I'll be back with some updates. Hopefully it works. I'm really happy, even if this is just the concept of assembly. Like, and but I'm really happy with this. Uh, I didn't do it on purpose, but look, it fits just perfectly. That's really awesome. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. I have to tidy up a little here. I have to bring my bikes back in, because technically it's a bike storage. So yeah, thanks for watching, and oh yeah, please, if you enjoy what you see, please subscribe. All support really means a lot, and especially in the initial stages, it's pretty hard to get a channel going. And so yeah, like the video, subscribe, comment, anything will help. Thank you very much, and see you at the next one.